Hi, Sarah in the Career Center here. In this video, we're going to continue to discuss editing your resume within SkillsFirst and specifically how to build out your experience section. As you can see, I'm on the SkillsFirst homepage and I'm going to scroll down on this homepage to click on Resumes to pick up where I left off with editing my document. I'm going to select the document I want to edit, and that's going to navigate me back to my preview. And to get started, I'm going to select the blue Edit button. In the previous video, we discussed updating and editing your contact information as well as education. Before we dive into building out your experience, I'd like to briefly touch on each of the other sections to give you some examples and tips for getting started and making sure that each of those sections is complete before turning in your resume to your instructor. So I'm going to click on the Honors section. As you can see, we have an example provided for you. To edit and update it with your actual information, you simply select the three dots and click the Edit button. So let's say maybe I'm not a presidential scholar, but I'm an Alana scholar, or I have an MC Scott's scholarship. What you'll want to do is click that Edit button, change it to information that is tailored to you, and click Save. You can also add more. So if you received scholarships from Maryville College and also received external or community scholarships or have honors that you'd like to list from high school, you can add as many as you need through this Add button. If you don't have academic accolades or awards to list, you can delete this section. Note that the Honor section is the only optional section in the foundational resume format. But before you go to delete this section, make sure you've thought through all the possible ways that you could highlight some of your achievements or academic awards, etc., prior to deleting that section. Similarly, we can click on Activities. There's several examples listed, and you can click the three dots, select Edit, update the information to reflect a position that you've done or that you're now involved in since joining the campus, or if you need to delete that example, you can. You can also add additional as well. And so don't forget to include things like athletics, volunteer work, clubs that you've joined on campus, or activities that you were involved in like music, theater, sports, or community service at your high school. And then, of course, we can look at the skills section. We've got some examples, of course, provided for you. To edit, you would simply click Edit, change this to information that reflects your technology skills rather than the example. If you don't have any language skills, you can simply click the three dots and select Delete. And it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to delete this? And my answer is yes. Now we're going to spend a minute or two in the experience section because I'd like to show you some resources that are available within SkillsFirst. Just like every section, we can click on an existing section with the example, edit or delete, and you can add as many as you need to with the add option here. For this example, I'm simply going to edit the job, and I'm going to change this to information that applies to me. So let's say I've gotten involved in Mountain Challenge since I joined campus. So for the sake of this example, I'm going to assume that's the case. And organization name goes here, city and state goes here. So if you were updating this example, you could do so there. We do need a title. I'm going to save this as is for the purpose of our example. What I really want to highlight and make sure you understand is how to build out your bullet points. We've got some examples for you that are listed that connect to the position that we've provided in the example template. But there's another option here where you can simply select examples and it's going to give you tons of other options to choose from. And you can search by keyword. Remember, there's going to be some examples that might not apply to you, but let's do a quick search or two and see how this functions. So if I type in leadership, because I did some leadership functions in this role, or I'm currently doing that in this role. And you can see it provides lots of different examples. I encourage you to scroll through and see if there's any that apply to you. For this example, maybe designing and leading outdoor education is perfect, and that's exactly what I need. So if I'd like to use that or use it and then edit it, I can select that. And then I'm going to go down to Done. And as you can see, it has added that bullet point down there for me. To give you one more example, I'm going to click Examples again. And let's say we want to talk about how we trained others. So again, you can look and see if there's examples that connect to what you're looking for or not. So let's say maybe we trained, but we didn't manage. So we could use this one because it's got a nice start. I'm going to select it, then click Done, and it's added that at the bottom for me. Don't forget to take out the examples that are provided in the template. Those are there just for reference for you. I'm going to highlight that and select Delete. And then I'm going to say I need to edit this bullet point to say trained new employees, delegating responsibilities for excellent customer service for the checkout process. So this might be a general example of you training others on the register. You can enter in the start month and year and the end date and year. So for experiences that have concluded, you'll want to note that end date. For experiences that are still underway, so maybe you're listing something that you have gotten involved in since joining Maryville College and that's ongoing, you simply leave this blank and it's going to note that it's to present on your document. I'm going to click Save, and if I'd like to see what that looks like, I can simply select Preview. It's going to pull up my document for me, and now we can see that it does not have the example bullet points that were provided in the template. It has the two that I've chosen and updated, and it shows that my position is to present. To go back to Edit, simply click Edit, and I could do the same for each of the examples that are provided, or I could add and delete as many as I need.